Well, I blew up another account and it was all caught live in my live trading session this morning. If you missed it, go check it out in the live session, but we're going to talk about it here in this recap video. Let's hit the charts. There it is, the account killer right here. How did we get here? Well, let's talk about it. Let's go back into our 15-minute chart here just to zoom out and take a look at what we're seeing here today. So pretty big sell-off yesterday. Opened up lower than where we closed. A little bit of a retracement here, but ultimately looking like it was going to be a pretty bearish day. Okay, so sentiment for me, or daily sentiment, was bearish today. Okay, market open, which was right here. Pushed lower initially, came back up, had this little topping tail here, indecision candle, but then was immediately followed by this very bearish candle here. Continued to sell off and push down, got some support here. So again, this was kind of confirming my daily bias for the day, right? Was a continued sell-off day, right? Or a downside at least. Left behind an area of imbalance here that we marked out after this first little sell-off here. Didn't quite come right back into it. Sold off a little bit more. Started to retrace here. Left an area of imbalance behind here that I was planning on using as an inverse that never played out. As you can see here, this candle initially looked pretty bearish, but ended up closing very bullish here. Had this immediate push up afterwards back into this area of imbalance where we kind of pushed up, wicked up, came back, wicked up again, closed bearish. This was a very similar setup to yesterday, and it was a setup that I didn't take, which then led to our deep sell-off yesterday. So with me remembering how this looked here, okay, I ended up getting into this trade on the very next candle here, hoping that we would continue our sell-off. So trading with the bias of the day, didn't think that we were getting a reversal. Obviously, I was completely wrong in this manner. The next candle didn't look great. Started off pretty strong because it immediately moved to the downside first, but then started to build back up, closed pretty bullish here. The next candle bounced around for a little bit here. This is the account killer. Now, I was risking 1.5% of my account, it was $1,500. Stop loss was set above these highs here for $1,500. Okay, my initial account size here today was above 93,000. So stop loss set here. This candle messed around for a couple seconds here, whatever, and then out of nowhere strapped one of Elon's rockets to the bottom of itself and just took off to the moon. I mean, literally, it just went from here to here in a split second. I barely even saw it happen. And because it moved so quickly past my stop loss, the actual loss for this single trade was $3,300, over $3,300. You can see that here. Here's the trade. Okay, it's the only trade that I took today. You can see that over here, right? The 27th. So my stop loss was set at 1,500. Because price moved so quickly past my stop loss, the order was actually filled at 3,300, ultimately exceeding the max drawdown for this account. Again, blowing the account. Count killer right here. Happened pretty quickly, ended my day pretty quickly, hung out a little bit longer just to see what price action was going to do because I still felt that the bias was down. We had some GDP numbers that came out today that were a little wishy-washy. One set of them beat expectations, another set of them didn't beat expectation or came in lower than expected. And then tomorrow we have some very key pieces of information that I'm sure the market is waiting for. So at that point, I just wanted to see if we were going to come back down here to start trading in a range, because that's kind of what this structure was looking like, where we just bounce around in a range here and trade sideways for the day. But again, not looking that way as we consolidated here and are continuing to push to the upside. Um, I mean, if you look at the day chart here, we bounced around at this level here for a couple weeks. We finally had a couple of good days. We came up to the 200-day moving average, which is this blue line here, which is curling over. Okay, retested, and yesterday, pretty clean and decent rejection off of that 200-day moving average, taking out 2 days worth of price action, right? I mean, this one candle, which was yesterday, took out what was yesterday? Wednesday? Took out Wednesday and Tuesday's gain. So, I mean, we look bearish still. We're still in a very, very steep decline here. We had a little bit of a retracement, got rejected by the 200-day moving average. Looks like we're heading back down. So my bias was we're heading right back to this 19.5 zone that price really liked to be around a couple weeks ago. So that was my bias for the day. Clearly, that did not work out. We look at the 4-hour chart here. It looks like we are just kind of trading sideways. We might make some new highs. We might go back up to this 20,000 resistance here now, which we blew right past yesterday. Okay, we might come back up to retest this here before coming back down. That's a possibility. It's a possibility that I didn't look at closely, just because the sentiment in the market overall, I believe, is still pretty bearish. But that's, everything is subjective in the market, and you're going to be wrong a lot of the times. So it is what it is. I took that trade, going with the bias. We filled our imbalance that we left behind on the initial sell off today. I followed my strategy. I feel like it was a decent opportunity to take, and it just didn't work out. And it didn't work out to a point where it actually ended up killing the entire account instead of just my one trade that I set. That happens. That's the market. I can't be upset that, at the market or this, that, the other thing. Like, it just is what it is, that the market moves that way sometimes. And it is 100% necessary to understand that even though you have an order set, there's absolutely zero guarantee that that order is going to fill at or around where you place that order. Sometimes price action moves so rapidly and so violently that that order is going to fill wherever it wants to fill it. And in this particular case, it filled it at over twice the amount that I had it set for. It just is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. There's no way anybody could have predicted that. It's just, you know, it's just one of those things. So that's the recap today. I probably will not be doing a recap tomorrow because now this account is closed, and I'm going to take some time to step back and take a look at what I'm doing. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoy the channel so far. And if you want to see this rapid movement that killed my account today, go watch the live session, because it was all caught live right there. Boom. And that's why I come on here live, because there's no faking that and there's no getting around it. And you guys can see what the market actually does in order to take out orders or move in a direction that it wants to move in, regardless of what your bias is. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm here. So go check that out. Go check out the live session. You can see this happen in real time. And yeah, so I'm going to take the weekend. I will be back Monday next week. So Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helps you out. If it doesn't help anybody out, at least it's entertaining for you. We're still continuing to push higher here. I hope you do get some entertainment out of it, at least. If not, maybe some education. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd ask a favor. There's 88% of you that have not subscribed to the channel that do watch my content. I just please ask you to hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, do all those things. It helps out the channel, helps the channel continue to grow so that I can continue to bring you content like this where you get to see these kinds of trades happen live without any special editing, without any, you know, hidden this, that, and the other thing. It's just, it is what it is. And it's important to understand that that's the market. And I feel like that's missing out there is you don't get to see the real market. It's always somebody replaying a trade that they may or may not have taken, right? So this was live. There is no faking this. I did it was on my live session, and that's why I do this. So anyway, subscribe to the channel. Thank you to all my subscribers that have subscribed already. I appreciate every single one of you. We do continue to grow the channel and the community nicely, and I appreciate that. Don't forget to join the free Discord as well, which is also growing very nicely. I will not be, I may or may not be trading tomorrow, but I will be updating you guys in the Discord tomorrow with all that data that's coming out. We have PCE prices, we have consumer spending, which is a big one, and then we have the final numbers for Michigan consumer sentiment, which is huge right now. So I will be updating everybody in my Discord with those numbers tomorrow morning at 8:30 when they come out. Link is in the description. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.